Yeah, when you read Second Ezra, the 13th chapter, it speaks about the armies of the world that are going to be gathered together in the valley of Jehoshaphat, how they're going to be destroyed. Okay, by that concentrated fire that's going to be shot down from the ships. When I say the ships, I'm talking about so-called UFOs shooting out laser beams to destroy the armies of the world that are going to be gathered together to fight World War III. Okay, so from here, let's move forward. Okay, so a lot of people are going to perish, man. All right, now this is Jeremiah 29:18. It says, and I will persecute them with the sword, with famine, and with the pestilence, and will deliver them to be removed into all kingdoms of the earth, to be a curse and an astonishment and an hissing and a reproach among all nations whither I have driven them. Okay, so what we can see here is that the Heavenly Father has done this before to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Why do you think you're scattered throughout the world, man? Because it goes back to you not behaving yourselves the way you ought to be. The Heavenly Father put a title upon you, Israel, Yasha Allah, meaning what? He is a prince of God, or he is a prince of the power. So you're supposed to behave yourselves accordingly. Yet what do? You commit adultery on a daily basis. All right? You sell drugs, you worship idols, you eat abominable foods, you defraud one another, you rob one another, things of that nature. Now, I was watching the movie Kingdom of Heaven, and in the movie, if you've never watched it, you should check it out. It goes back to the Crusades, which the Crusades was essentially so-called Negroes that were scattered, that still had the recollection that they were the Jews and that land belonged to them, and they were fighting against the Arabs for the land. Okay, so it's a good movie, but you got to watch it with the mindset of the people that were fighting, calling themselves Christians, that they were actually Negroes. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Anyhow, in the movie, there was a scene that involved adultery. Okay, that was something of old, and it's something that's happening now among you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, even more rampant now. Because why? Because the law and judgment is slacked in this society. So a woman could go sleep around on her man, and there'll be no persecution. There will be no justification as far as judgment. All right, which we know the judgment on adultery. All right, if you don't know, go ahead and check it out in the book of Leviticus. All right, so another part of the movie, they sat down to eat meat, and they served him a lobster or a crab, which we know we're not supposed to be eating those things. But guess what? All it does is gives more validity on why we got kicked out of that land in the first place. Why do you think the Lord said he will remove us? And I will what? Deliver them to be removed to all kingdoms of the earth, to be a curse and an astonishment and an hissing and a reproach among all nations whither I have driven them. Why would he do that? Because we didn't do what we were supposed to do up to this very day. And what does it say? Because they have not hearkened to my word, saith the Lord, which I have sent unto them by my servants the prophets. So you Negroes ain't listening. You Latinos and Native Americans ain't listening. And that's why you're going to be jacked up in this time as you were before. You wait till a famine hits the society. All right? We only one major event away from this society being in the clutches of hell. All right? You understand what I'm saying? Being in the in the neck of hell. This society is getting ready to go there. And you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that ain't right, you're going to suffer the most. The time of Jacob's trouble is on the rise. and you're gonna suffer the most in this time, man. The Most High is gonna kick your ass one last final time, all right, before this place goes out, all right? Because this right here, this persecution that it's talking about back then, but guess what? It's gonna happen on this side even more on steroids. Like I did a video a while back, 70 AD on steroids, all right? Steroids, PCP, methamphetamines, okay? Cocaine, all right? That's what's coming to this society. And the Lord tells you, because ye have not hearkened to my words, saith the Lord, which I have sent unto them by my servants the prophets, rising up early and sending them by my, it says, but ye would not hear, saith the Lord. So the reason why you getting jacked up is because you don't listen, man. Okay? And it's not just listening, because you got a lot of guys that listen, but they don't apply the scriptures. Okay? The application of the scriptures is even more so of a necessity than just hearing it, you know? You got to apply it, and that comes with faith, okay? You see what I'm saying? So that's another thing, you know, faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, that by doing the things that pleaseth him, you know, you would, you know, be preserved from this devastating destruction that's coming here. And that's what we have been doing throughout the years, beginning with the apostles, bishops, on down to us elder brothers and the younger brothers as well. That's what we've been doing, man, okay? Now, this here in Ezekiel 33, and I'll read from I'll read from 31. So it says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And that your covetousness is doing whatever the hell you want to do. You know, desiring what you want to do. No, you're supposed to desire the ways of the highest. What pleases him is supposed to be a delight unto you. Just like a woman. What her husband delights in, she's supposed to delight in as well. Of course, there's certain exceptions. If she married to a wicked-ass nigga, you know what I'm saying, and the dude, he into drugs and all kind of stuff like that, well, you should have picked him right, you know what I'm saying, the first time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you chicks, you want these bad boys, you give these niggas, and you find out, oh, this ain't what you want. All right? Reading forward, it says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice. It says, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they will not do them. And that's the majority of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You hear the words that the Lord is putting in our spirits to tell you, all right? But you don't listen, man. All right? It says, and when this cometh to pass, what is going to come? Remember what I read just now about the famine, about the Heavenly Father jacking you up, okay, with pestilence, all right, about that sword of destruction. The Most High is going to fuck you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans up, man. All right? It says, lo, meaning surely it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. Then you're going to know that the Heavenly Father truly sent us to correct you before you lead down that path of destruction. All right? But whoever the path of destruction is set for, they cannot deter themselves from that path. And who the path of salvation is set for, they cannot deter themselves from that path. So keep that in mind. This has been a short lesson, giving all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, B'Shem Akakodash, Shalom to the elect.